Welcome to my workshop. My workshop is in Falköping, Sweden, but I'm Dutch. We moved to Sweden for 7 years ago because we wanted to buy an old farm. You cannot see that you're in an old farm now, but this is like the workshop I built because I wanted to have a place to repair my machines and just as a hobby place. Because I'm a mechanical engineer, and when I moved to Sweden I was thinking about starting to work for a big company like Volvo or one of those big companies that you can work as an international engineer. But I was hesitant, and it was much more interesting to work here on the farm. And I started to collect material that I just got for free or for scrap prices, and it's this kind of material. Within industry, a lot of this material gets thrown away, and for me it was inspiring to make stuff of it for my own. But my neighbors started to talk that they wanted to buy it, and others said that it was nice and they also wanted to buy it. And it led till that I bought a trailer for my car and started to buy more material and making more stuff, going to marketplaces, selling, thinking about doing it a little more artistic and maybe making art instead of arts and crafts forms. So it wasn't planned, but in the background I had that it was interesting that these materials get thrown away. But it's a shame, it's like new material. You can see this here, it's completely new. And the industry does the job for me. They make the small pieces that I need. Like this kind of material you see here, they punch it and it gets thrown out because they want a hole, and I can make this kind of forms with it. So that's what for 3 years ago I thought, well, I will make my company and start making this kind of objects full time. In the beginning I had another job, and it was laying solar panels. And I came in contact with the solar panel company because I wanted solar panels for my own company. So the energy I use in this workshop is made with my own solar panels. And that made me also give a side job that was installing solar panels for others till I had the time to do this full time. And last year I started doing this full time, and it looks like I can get a salary out of it and live on it and be my own boss. And that was not planned, but it's quite cool to do your own thing and enjoy it and decide what you want to make, when and how. The past I was working only part-time with this. Now I'm working full-time, and I'm learning what my customers want, what I want myself, and where I can get material and how I can expand that. And I don't want to expand in the sense that I want to have 5 people working for me. I want to do this by myself. But I see a lot of challenge in making art for public space, so bigger pieces in hospitals, parks, maybe inside buildings as well, because you can use light in my objects and they will have a different appearance. And the public space is an interesting place to show what you can do with scrap material, because nobody sees it as scrap material anymore. So that's where I want to go in the future, to expand to making more complex and interesting forms, and maybe more to an artistic challenge. Well, without knowing, I had started a company that fits in the circular economy. My material should be thrown away, and a lot of transport to make new material out of it, a lot of energy. And I don't want new material because this workshop is too little to have big machines, to work with new materials and cut them and work with them in different ways. So the industry does the work for me. When they make their products, they have leftovers. They don't need the leftovers, but for me it's like it's the pieces of material that I need. And it saves a lot of energy not having to drive it, not having to melt down, and not having to make new materials out of it. For me, the interesting thing is that I have a sort of, it's difficult to put words on it, but it's like a challenge. I cannot order my material. I cannot ring a company and say I want a truckload of a certain kind of material. I can only get what they have. So I have to renew myself all of the time and think of new forms and new ways to use it. For example, this one, well, it's made of material that was hard to make round forms of. So it was a new form, and my customers are very excited and interested, and they hope I will find new material. So my material makes that I'm more interesting, and it's environmentally friendly.